right. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and great glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai Ba'ashem Achad Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the elect pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. All right, in this particular video, I want to touch on America being divided. Now, this isn't going to be too long of a video. I just want to read a precept and play this right here, just to show you that America is circling the drain, that America is on its way out. And also, Salakia, for the background noise, a bunch of kids tripping, I found me a little room, closed the door. This is the best I can do right here. So please bear with me. But this is just to show that America is divided and it's circling the drain. America is on its way out, man. Right here, you have a MAGA dad, Make America Great Again dad. This is a Trump supporting dad, murders own daughter. Obviously, they were arguing about what's going on, the temperature of today's time now. Is Trump wilding out? Trump is on the Epstein files, all right? They said he's in the Epstein files over 33,000 times, man. Called one of the worst people that Epstein's ever met. He's called that by Epstein, man. There's information, or this is neither here nor there, but it's out there that there's video of Trump blowing rod. They say that in the Epstein files, Trump at his Mar-a-Lago location was auctioning off underage women. All right? And a bunch of other things, man. A bunch of other things about your man, DJ Trump. So, hey, and not just that, the tariffs, the prices of a lot of groceries are going up. He's tripping worldwide. He just invaded Venezuela not too long ago, kidnapped the president over there and his wife. Talk about taking Greenland, which they said that'll be the end of America and NATO's relationship. Not just that, he's over there surrounding Iran right now in defense of Israel being dragged into that war, World War III. Hey, it's a lot to say about Trump right now. So I believe the daughter was saying, something about some of that. Well, the MAGA dad, they argued. He told, his, he said something hurtful to his daughter about, having other children and why can't she be like them. And then later on, he tells his daughter, you know what? Come up here in the room. I bought this gun, I want you to see. And straight blams her in the room. Check this out.
Story with you guys.
Let's just read this real quick. This is Mark 3:25 when we read, and if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. That's right. All right, let's go to Matthew 12:25 when we read. And Yahushai knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. That's right. In America, this kingdom is what? It's divided. It's going to be brought to destruction, man, very soon. All right, and don't forget, a civil war is prophesied to happen, pursuant to 2 Ezra 15, when it talks about, one people shall stand up against another with swords in their hand. That's a civil war. Civil war definition is citizens of the same country fighting against one another, man. And right there it says, and with swords in their hand, a modern day sword is guns, And not everybody can afford a gun or has a gun. So in the Civil War time or the time of famine or whatever, people are going to be using anything that gives them an advantage over another person. So that can be a bat, chain, crowbar, a good stick, an actual gun, sword, knives, anything, man. But yeah, let's get into it. Just the climate of today, man. You got a lily white girl right here. You could look at her eyelashes, man. She probably influenced by Jake. But let's get into it.
All right, I got to share this story with you guys here, man. This is so crazy. Dad shot daughter after arguing about Donald Trump. So this is not good. This is not good. Here's the daughter right here. She was very young, very heartbreaking. Her name is Lucy Harrison. She was killed in Prosper, Texas. Let me walk you through this. A British woman. So she's British, but I think her dad is American. Her mom is British. She lives in the UK. She came to Texas to see her dad. It may have been, I think, during the holidays, okay? Listen to this. A British woman who was shot dead by her father while visiting his home in Texas had argued with him about U.S. President Donald Trump earlier that day. An inquest is heard. Lucy Harrison from Warrington in Cheshire was shot in the chest on January 10th, 2025 in Prosper near Dallas. Police in the town investigated the 23-year-old's death as possible manslaughter, but no criminal case was brought against Chris Harrison after a grand jury in Collin County declined to indict him. So you're going to hear the story and how she died, and the fact that they declined to indict him, to me, is sketchy as fuck, bro. It is immense.
Is it, man? We're in the time of that Civil War, man. And we're in the time of Esau starting to learn that his paleness is not giving him the advantage anymore. Right now, Esau, the upper echelon of the Edomites, the tiny tops, they want the next step of their New World Order agenda, all right, to manifest itself. They want to get to this next step, all right? So, hey, if they got to make their own people collateral damage, they'll do it, all right? And Esau, the lower echelon of Esau, figuring out that, that your paleness is not working anymore, all right? You are collateral damage, man. You're a part of the useless eaters as well. All right.
Immensely sketchy. An inquest into Lucy Harrison's death opened earlier at Cheshire Coroner's Court, where her boyfriend Sam Lidler described the big argument about Trump, who was preparing to be inaugurated for a second term of office. Lidler, who traveled to the U.S. with Lucy Harrison for the holidays, said she would often become upset with her father when he spoke about owning a gun. The inquest also heard how Chris Harrison, who moved to the U.S. when his daughter was a child, had previously been to rehab for alcohol addiction, so he was an alcoholic. Chris Harrison, who did not attend the inquest, admitted in a statement sent to the court that he had relapsed on the day of the shooting and had drunk about 500 milliliters of white wine. Lidler said on the morning of January 10th, his partner had asked her father during the Trump row, "How would you feel if I was the girl in that situation and I'd been sexually assaulted?" So I guess it sounds like they were talking about like some Epstein type shit. Like Trump, sexually assaulting girls. Chris Harrison had replied,
"Man, all this coming out about Trump, of course they was talking about get some Epstein shit, man. Because before you can just, the argument between Edomites and Edomites was what? You don't like him because he's pro life or something like that. And he takes little shots at like Kamala, he's racist and, all of this. But now it's like, yo, we got there's videos, that's leaked information. He's in files that he's purposely holding back. Mind you, he ran on the Epstein files. He said when he gets in office, he was going to reveal those things, man. He don't know why the motherfuckers just don't reveal it. That he was going to reveal it. Remember Pam Bondi, the one who's holding it back too, that now says she wants clemency if she is to release everything. Also the one who also says if she prosecutes everyone that is named in the Epstein files, that the whole system will collapse. She was the one that was in charge of the Epstein files. Remember her? Oh, their Epstein files are on my desk right now. That's what she said. She said they were on her desk, like she couldn't ready. She just was ready to attack him. As soon as Trump gets in office, we're gonna reveal them Epstein files. Now you see, okay, that this motherfucker was the devil in them shits, bro. All right, man, look.
That he had two other daughters who lived with him, so it would not upset him very much. Oh my God. Lidler said Lucy became quite upset and ran upstairs. Man, that's fun. You say to your own daughter, you're the daughter I'm the least close with, so whatever if you were to diddle you. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. What is wrong with people? Jesus Christ. he told the court that later that day, about half an hour before they were due to leave to go to the airport, Lucy had been in the kitchen when her father took her by the hand and led her into his ground floor bedroom. Littler said he heard a loud bang about 15 seconds later, and then Chris Harrison screamed for his wife, Heather. Littler said, I remember running into the room and Lucy was lying on the floor near the entrance to the bathroom and Chris was just screaming, just sort of nonsense. The statement from Chris Harrison said he and his daughter had been watching a news item on gun crime when he told her he had a gun and asked her if she wanted to see it. They went into the bedroom so he could show her a Glock 9mm semi-automatic handgun, which he kept in the bedside cabinet. Harrison said he bought the gun a couple of years before because he wanted a sense of security for his family. He denied ever discussing it with his daughter before. He said, as I lifted the gun to show her, I suddenly heard a loud bang. I did not understand what happened. Lucy immediately fell. Harrison...
That's bullshit. You know, to show somebody a weapon, you don't point it at them. You don't flag them. All right? That's obviously bullshit. But you know, Esau know what time it is. This is why they didn't indict him, man.
Said he could not recall whether his finger was on the trigger. He acknowledged he had issues with alcohol in the past and said he briefly lapsed on the day that his daughter's death because he was emotional about her leaving. The inquest heard police officer Luciana Escalera, whose evidence was read, noticed the smell of alcohol on Harrison's breath when he was called to the house after the shooting. CCTV footage showed he had bought two 500-milliliter cartons of Chardonnay from a 7-Eleven. Force of Life. Anna Samuel, representing Chris Harrison, made an application at the state of the hearing for the coroner, Jacqueline Devenish, to recuse herself from the case, saying a fair-minded observer may conclude there was a real possibility she was biased. She said the inquest had been conducted in a manner more akin to a criminal investigation than a fact-finding inquiry. And they go on here. But basically, they have a fight about Trump. He says to her later in the day, come into my room, and then a gunshot goes off and she's dead. And not even an indictment. What? Even under a best-case scenario where this had nothing to do with the Trump fight, and it was just like, oh yeah, I want to show you my gun, and as you're showing the gun, it accidentally went off and she died. Even under that scenario, it is manslaughter. That is a crime still. So, what the fuck get?
Why are you showing a weapon? See, this bullshit. You don't show somebody a weapon with one in the chamber. I'm showing this man this weapon while it's hot. The safety is off. The one is in the chamber. And my finger is in the trigger while I'm showing you this weapon and I'm pointing it at you. I'm not showing it to you. I'm using it on you.
But here you a 23-year-old.
You actively trade crypto, you care more about tools than hype. I've been using OKX as an actual trading platform.
Yes, but...
That's like saying you want to see a dead body. You go over there, ain't no dead body. Well, you the dead body. Hey, you want to see a gun? We just got done talking about, what you call him, Trump. You just already said, hey, if I got sexually assaulted, so what? That's how strong you feel about this nigga, man. You drunk as fuck, you meditate on it, and you say, I'm gonna kill this motherfucking bitch, right? You said, hey, come up, she in the kitchen, you grab her by the hand, you walk her to your room, hey, come check this strap out I got. Then in the middle of it, you say, in the documents, like, they were watching something about gun crime or something like that. Well, according to the other guy, he said 15 seconds later, after you went down there, he heard a gunshot. You can't be watching something or into something in 15 seconds. No, you brought her down there just enough time for you to go to the side of your bed, get that strap, tell her, come in, no, come in. Lift that shit up and wham her ass. That's exactly what happened. You see? Hey.
Here you a 23-year-old who was told by her dad that same day that I wouldn't really care if Trump molested you or harassed you because I have other daughters, so it's whatever. I mean, come on, man. Is the cult now just executing family members? Because I got to be honest with you, I wouldn't even be that surprised if it was intentional, if it was totally on purpose.
You know, yeah, because these these Trump supporters, man, they on another level. You got them basically coming out and saying they don't even care if Epstein is in the files. They don't care what Trump did. They don't care. So you can't even try to get the moral high ground on them no more. What did one devil say? He said he just don't want Indians and Hispanics in his country. He don't give a damn if the president was with underage girls, man. He don't give a damn. See, and that's the sentiment that a lot of these heathens share, man. All right? Their own wickedness, the wickedness that they probably do by themselves anyway, behind closed doors, that they secretly into. They don't care if Trump does it. Their hatred for Jacob is much more than that. All right? It's much more than that. You remember Esau, he says, the days of my father are more than my father are at time. After he's done that, after he's done more than his father, what? He shall slay his brother Jacob. And I'm loosely quoting it. All right? Still to this day, he's on a spiritual mission, man, to slay us. He hates us. This is a spiritual thing. And these people are not just. All right? Why would you seek justice from the unjust? All right? You trusting your enemy to really put himself in check? Retarded, bro. All right? Now, I don't know how this is going to necessarily end, but this could end different ways. Usually when presidents, prime ministers, rulers, or whatever are in trouble like this, they usually start a war before they brought to trial, before their name is shitted upon. So they usually do that. Or, all this could be coming out as a distraction because a big event is about to take place. Which I heard, somebody say, people that he listened to, that's upper echelon type people, said he should wild out this year because it ain't gonna matter anyway. Like, it's all going down. An event is going to take place. It's going to basically render shit like whatever. So, hey. But anyway, let's get a little too noisy over here where I'm at. I hope you can take something out of this. I hope I've reached the point. With that, I'm going to say shalom. America's divided.